And it is going to be a tough one again. We saw how close it was between the front row men, Aaron Garcia and Clement Outram in the previous heat. Now we're going to see how tough it's going to be between Henry Jocelyn and Leo Robinson on the front row of this one. Sacha Van Padbosch and Alexis Constant on the second. Daniel Dalakian and Hugo Marti. Adrien Ferrer and Andreas Dubé. Vic Stevens and Ben Smith. Marius Barryberg and Baz Verdult. Joey Brown and George Nassar. Colin Cronin and Sandra Perez. Raul Martinez and Natalia Granada. Harry Yule and Alex Caralto. Pedro Cachada and Rintz Vos. Adam El Oster and Ronan Hennessy of Ireland takes up the final place of the grid. So let's see how it is all going to play out. The competitors are going to make big progress as they come off the final turn. What can Jocelyn and Robinson do from the get-go? It's a false start. So the clerk of the course, Martin Bean, elected that they were not in position straight away, and so decided to throw caution to the winds and send them round again. It was very important, obviously, to make sure that they got the best possible start they could from it. And that was not the start that they were hoping for. So they've gone and done it again. Another formation lap. Obviously, they have to stay in the tram lines and they have to be in a solid position off the start. So let's see how they will get off the grid this time. It's up to Henry Jocelyn and Leo Robinson, of course, to set the pace of the field as they go around on their formation lap. But at least now, with the sunshine out here in Spain, we're finally starting to get to see that beautiful sunshine battle it's going at the moment. So let's see how it all plays out. The drivers are ready for an exceptional race again. 7 laps of the course, and Henry Jocelyn and Leo Robinson, the Brit and the Algerian, running from the front end of the field. Sacha Van Padbosch in third from Alexis Constant, Daniel Dalakian and Hugo Marti. Then Ferrer, Dupé, Stevens, Smith, Barryberg, Verdult, Brown, Nassar, Cronin, Perez, Martinez, Granada, Yule, Caralto, Cachada, Vos, El Oster and Hennessy. So let's see how the racing gets underway. It's definitely going to be a tough one. And a very exciting race is on the march. They come off the final turn. They're in the 2 tram lines. Are we going to go racing from the get-go? It's all going to be about who delivers now. And it's green, 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 green. Up to the first corner. 3 wide. And a little bit of a tussle there as Alexis Constant tried to overhaul Leo Robinson. And it didn't quite work out in his favour. He had to hang back a little. So that's given him a couple of kart lengths of recovery drive to make up for. He has got that into 4th place already. So now the 2 Fusion teammates, Robinson and Van Padbosch, are setting off the task of closing in and overtaking Henry Jocelyn. Have they all got through the hairpin? Yes, they have. So down to turn 5, the long flowing left-hander that goes on and on and on forever. And now into the right-hander. Sacha Van Padbosch closing down Leo Robinson. Robinson's already starting to look for his move. You had to think about it. Oh no, wait, that isn't Robinson, that is Van Padbosch. So Van Padbosch has actually managed to get past his teammate Leo Robinson on the opening lap. So the Dutchman is in 2nd place. Leo Robinson in 3rd. Interesting that the 2 drivers in the same team on the same kart, but they are running different Nassaus. You can see that Sacha Van Padbosch is using the new Nassau with the hole cut in the middle that channels airflow above the driver's helmet. And Leo Robinson in 3rd place is using the what has now become almost traditional, the hot dog bun Nassau panel in 3rd position. So fascinating stuff, but Jocelyn is your race leader. Van Padbosch of the Netherlands in 2nd place. Having a look on the inside, and he takes the lead. So Sacha Van Padbosch gets up into the lead of the race. Jocelyn in 2nd place. 3rd is Leo Robinson. 4th is now the 63. That is Alexis Constant. Constant going to try and get through on Robinson. Can't get by. Now we've had yellow flags up at turn 4. A couple of drivers going off the road there, I do believe. And I think one of them is permanently off. That's Ronan Hennessy, who has not come through. So I'm afraid the Irishman, Ronan Hennessy, may well be out of the race. Yep, we just saw a glimpse of it there. There is Ronan Hennessy walking away. What a shame. The Irishman, unfortunately, out of the race on lap 2. But the juniors still tucking together. Alexis Constant just trying to get under the skin of Leo Robinson a little bit here. Watch out for the man in 5th place. That is Adrien Ferrer, who has moved up, the Spanish driver for the Mole Racing team. They are really starting to make some impacts now. A bit of a battle as Robinson goes for the 2nd place man, who was Jocelyn. I didn't see where Van Padbosch took the lead, But Van der Bosch is now leading. Jocelyn has got to try and fight his way back past Constant, which he has done. So Jocelyn into third place behind Sacha Van der Bosch and Leo Robinson. Jocelyn is third. Constant is fourth. Fifth is Vera, and sixth place is Daniel Dalakian. Seventh place is the 142. That is Hugo Marti. So Daniel Dalakian, the man who is in sixth position for AC Motorsport, races under a Spanish license and is based out here, originally from Armenia. So a great battle. These three drivers trying to get one over on Jocelyn, and Alexis Constant throws it up the inside, makes the move. So Constant has done a great job and takes on the position. So there goes Alexis Constant into third place in front of Henry Jocelyn, with Adrien Ferrer, Daniel Dalakian and Hugo Marti all starting to line them up. Jocelyn's going to get support from his Spanish rivals there as Ferrer gets through with Jocelyn. And now Ferrer's going to go rogue. On the inside, he gets by. Great racing from Adrien Ferrer. He's now into third position. Jocelyn's going to come straight back at him. On the inside, third place. Constant's going to try and get past them both. Ferrer goes on the curb, cuts back across before Constant can take the place. Here comes Dalakian and Marti. Dalakian on the AC Motorsport kart and the Parallel of Hugo Marti all starting to line up. Could be some fascinating battles in front of them now as the juniors go to battle on the inside. Constant gets past Ferrer, so does Dalakian. So that's two places made up. Ferrer and Dalakian both getting their way past now as Alexis Constant has got through. Adrien Ferrer down to P6. Constant and Dalakian, fourth and fifth. Ferrer in sixth place. Then it is Marti and George Nassar, the young man from Lebanon, is in eighth place. He races under a UAE license. That's the flag he carries, but on the kart it is the Lebanese flag, as Alex Caralto has picked up a warning flag. I'm afraid that comes with a 5-second penalty. Here comes the move. Although it's well defended by Alexis Constant. He does not want to lose another place, as there goes George Nassar. George Nassar goes into seventh place. Now he's going to get up alongside Adrien Ferrer as Dalakian and Ferrer both get by. George Nassar is going to come through as well. He can't quite make the move on Alexis Constant. And there goes the 43 through. That is Colin Cronin, the Irishman. So Colin Cronin making up some good moves there. This is his first season in Europe, and he's making a very good impression. Round the hairpin. And once again, Alexis Constant is trying to make up a place, this time on the Parallel España of Hugo Marti. So Hugo Marti still holding the place, but Alexis Constant and Colin Cronin are now lining them up to make their own overtaking moves. What can George Nassar in ninth place, the young man from Lebanon, do? They come onto the home straight, and there is Sacha Van der Bosch, looking as cool, calm and collected in junior as he used to do in Mini when he was out in front. The Dutchman doing a great job, and Sacha Van der Bosch has already made a headline for himself in the IAME Euro Series in his Mini days, doing exactly the same thing in his first season in junior. Another new fastest lap for the Dutchman, a 1:05.4. And with 2 laps to go, it doesn't look as though his teammate Leo Robinson or the British driver Henry Jocelyn can close up on him. Here is the battle between Dalakian and Ferrer. So Daniel Dalakian going well in front of Adrien Ferrer. This is Kart Republic versus Tony Kart. And up the inside, further back, that's Alexis Constant. He finds his move on Hugo Marti. So Alexis Constant gets up into P6. And Hugo Marti has very little he can do about it. Further back, that is George Nassar back past Colin Cronin. So the Lebanese driver gets past the Irishman. What a truly international series this is. It's the IAME Euro Series, but it may as well be the World Championship of IAME Racing. Terrific stuff. Onto the home straight for the last time but one. Sacha Van der Bosch continues on his way. But Henry Jocelyn has got one last chance here, and Leo Robinson. Robinson goes defensive. Jocelyn's going to try and come from round the outside and get the undercut manoeuvre. Tightens in on the switch. Can he get by? Robinson holds him round the outside. They almost bang wheels in the braking zone. Jocelyn, the fastest man on track. Can he squeeze through? On the inside, Robinson trying to hold him. No, you don't, says Jocelyn. Jocelyn finds the gap and he's through. Great move from Henry Jocelyn. He will not be intimidated. Now he's going defensive on Robinson. Great move. Oh, and a big lunge there from Ferrer. He gets through on Dalakian. Constant slips by as well. So Ferrer up to fourth. Constant up to fifth. Jocelyn still having to defend to cover Leo Robinson in the final lap. Robertson tries to dive in, but Jocelyn is holding his man. Hold it through the white lines. Excellent from Jocelyn, well covered. But the man in front of all of them is going to be Sacha van Bad Bosch. He takes the checkered flag. Great race from the Dutchman. Jocelyn and Robertson to the line. Jocelyn holds it just from Leo Robinson. And Ferrer gets Alexis Constant and Daniel Dalakian by millimetres at the finish line. But Sacha van Bad Bosch does a terrific job there and gets the win. 7 laps, 11.8 kilometres of racing, and he is the man on top form. Great racing so far from Sacha van Bad Bosch. Begin as you mean to go on. And that's exactly what the Dutchman is doing. An excellent start to the weekend for him. His first race, and he follows on from where he left off in Mini X30. He was always at the front end there. But what a sensational battle it has been as he continues his march forward. It's one thing to be quick in one category, but the jump up to junior can be a lot for drivers to cope with. Not for this boy. He's done an amazing job. Excellent work from Sacha van Bad Bosch. And he continues his epic journey in the world of karting with his first heat win in Junior X30. Henry Jocelyn ahead of Leo Robinson, Adrien Ferrer and Alexis Constant from Daniel Dalakian, Hugo Marti and George Nassar. Colin Cronin is ninth ahead of Natalia Granada and Andreas Dupé. Then Ben Smith and Marius Barryberg. Sandro Perez in front of Vic Stevens. Bas Verdold was ahead of Rins Vos and Pedro Cachada as they came across the line pretty much 3 abreast. 19th across the line, Raul Martinez. The Swiss driver was very close to them. Harry Yule and Joey Brown. And then Alex Caralto was right in behind them from Adam El Osta. The one retirement from the race, the Irishman Ronan Hennessy, unfortunately off the road at turn 4 on the 2nd lap of racing.